Alright, Chris Pratt is an interesting man, and allegedly a racist from his past post on Twitter, a true loving American who loves Trump and just wants to go on runs and listen to that Christian music. Now that's what I call a real American.
Everybody, I woke up, I went to bed last night really kind of upset and depressed, and I woke up feeling crappy, and I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to. I knew, though, that if I put on my Christian music playlist and I got out in the woods and ran, that I'd feel better, but I just didn't want to. And I did it anyways, and gosh, was I right. It felt amazing. I got out in the woods, got my blood pumping, and God is like, who sat down there right next to me? I say this as a guy who, I don't get emotional that often, but I actually got emotional out in the woods. I was out in the woods on this run, and I just felt like there was another in the fire standing next to me. And that was the song, actually. I think that's the lyric in the song. I don't know the name of the song. It's a really good one. But that moment, it really captured me. And so I just want to say all glory.
Man, how can people hate that guy? It is kind of funny how Chris Pratt was everywhere 8 years ago. On every movie. People thought he was a lovable guy. Then he had to open his fucking mouth. And he basically ruined his career. But guys, don't worry. He has God on his side. That's the only person he needs. So now there's a movie called Tomorrow War. And man, I was just expecting this to be a throwaway movie. And to my surprise, I will remember this movie. Not for it being good. Oh no, total opposite of that. I'll remember it for how bad this movie is. Man, I was not prepared for this movie. Okay, I'll say this. I was entertained with the fucking jokes I made watching it, but I had no idea how bad this movie was going to be. I can't lie, I just thought it was just going to be a stupid action film. And it was, I'll admit that right now. But it somehow is more stupid than I thought it was going to be. Alright, this movie is the most American movie you can ever think of. Only America can save humanity. Lots of explosions and gun shooting. Hell yeah. I'm already hard talking about it. What also is strange about this film is it's like a school project because it looks so average. And for the budget of $200 million, it just seemed very cheap looking to me personally. And I'll be nice and give Chris McKay an excuse because this was his first live action movie. But sometimes I was like, shit, is this a Hallmark movie? So this movie starts with Chris Pratt going to his house party for what, I don't know, a soccer party because there's soccer on the television. And I must ask, is soccer that popular where you would have gathering for it? I mean, I might be a dumb American talking right now, but is soccer that big in America that you would have a party for it? Anyway, distraction. Chris Pratt is at this soccer party that's at his house, and he talks to his wife, and she tells him to go get the trash. Classic. I don't know. I'm not married, but seems classic though. Then he is wearing earphones the whole time, and you find out it's for his job, I'm guessing. But my question is, no one is calling him at this moment. He's at his house, and he's talking to other people, so he's clearly not talking on the phone. So why does he still have his earphones in his ear? Just put it on when there's a call. I know it's minor, but it's just annoying, alright? Takes the trash back to the house, and I guess someone calls him? I mean, it was just a job, like, calm down, don't need to beat the trash, jeez. But we don't know because this movie has had no dialogue about it. So when you're watching that scene, he just gets angry out of nowhere? But he must have had a call from somebody, but we don't know who called him at all because he's not fired from his job. So we have no idea who called him because there's no dialogue about it. There's no phone call. conversation about it. He just seems like a madman when he's beating that trash. I guess like the real Chris Pratt. So then he watches the soccer game with his daughter, and the game starts to glitch, and the sky turns purple and galaxy like. And they try to make it so cool and badass, but nah. I mean, look at that. That's real funny. I'm sorry. I'm not. I fucking laughed when this scene happened. They tried making it so cool and awesome and just turned it into something of a cringe fest. And don't worry, there's a lot of more cringe and unintentionally funny shit to happen. So then this girl comes out of that galaxy shit in the sky, and she tells the soccer audience, hey, go fight the future war of aliens killing the rest of the humanity. And by the way, all I was thinking was, why wouldn't you future people just go back to the beginning of the alien invasion and stop them then? Why the fuck ask normal ass people to fight a war? Makes no sense, but whatever. I get it, they're out of options. There's not that much humans left, but just go back in time before the invasion. So they try explaining it to make it work, but it just doesn't work. If this movie was written better, like I said earlier, they wouldn't have normal civilians fight the war. The future soldiers would go back in time to stop the alien invasion before it got worse, but whatever. So then we get this montage of the news talking about the future war, of normal civilians fighting this future war, and I hate when movies or TV shows do this, have a lazy montage to explain what's happening. Than, showing it to us. It's a motion picture, show us. Don't do a slideshow, please. So Chris Pratt is also a teacher, but no ordinary teacher. He's a science teacher. What, am I watching The Happening again? But his students aren't listening to him because they know humanity is over in the future. And why would you be in a sad mood? That's the future. So right now, you don't have to worry about it. But the movie wants you to know how depressing that would be like, but not really, because that's in the far future. So why would past people worry? But there's this annoying kid who is fascinated by volcanoes. But guys, remember that. Volcanoes. It's called foreshadowing. But it's draft day for the future war, and Chris Pratt was drafted. But he shouldn't be worried because Chris Pratt is a patriotic American. He should be proud to fight. So then he gets to the military base, and they have him sit down, and there's this machine next to him, and they have to put his arm in that machine, and they put this wristband on him. They put this wristband on him in the most painful way, by the way, with this machine pinching needles, like attaching it to your skin. Why don't they just put it on like a normal wristband? Why don't they put it on like a normal wristband? But whatever. So later on, towards the end of the film, the civilian soldiers who fought the future war have no wristbands anymore. So they took it off like a bracelet, but apparently needles was a part of the insertion of the wristband, and very painful for the people who had this wristband on them. I know I said it wrong the whole time. It's a wristband. But it was painful attaching it, but they take it off like it's nothing. And I know exactly why they did this, because they thought it would be cool and scary. But then you don't have scenes of the civilians not having the wristbands anymore. So now Chris Pratt is at the military base with the rest of the drafted civilians, and this is when we get that classic annoying jokester character. Why do action movies think they always need an annoying character that never shuts up? I don't understand, but we get one, and again, he doesn't shut up. Even other characters are telling him to shut the fuck up. And surprise, surprise, it's Chris Pratt's new partner. And they abandon that throughout the movie. Hey, what is storytelling, am I right? So then they say there's only going to be in the future, they're only going to be in the future for 7 days. And I find this funny because they act like it's so serious. These men and women have been through a lot. No, they got to say goodbye to their families, but so yeah, they had to say goodbye to their families, but it's only been a week. That's it. Not years, just a week gone. So then the civilian soldiers and Chris Pratt get sent into the future, and no fucking wonder half the civilian soldiers don't make it. It's not from the aliens, people. It's that they send you falling through the sky. And hey, hopefully you make it. Like, what the fuck? Does the future not have parachutes? I'm so confused. So then they make Chris Pratt the leader of the group for some odd reason. Oh, I know, because Chris Pratt is a badass that is gonna save humanity because it's Chris Pratt. So they just stroll down the street with no awareness of these aliens. And what they say later is that these aliens can smell humans miles away, but then Chris Pratt and his fellow civilians, a part of this group, just walk down a street with no aliens attacking them. Again, did they forget what they're writing? Anyway, they go into this abandoned research facility where there's dead humans and shit, and again, no aliens attacking them until I guess they like fat ass people because they smell this fat fuck. I mean, I think they forgot about the aliens on these scenes, and they were like, oh shit, that's right, there's aliens a part of this movie. So they make the aliens smell this fat guy and the girl that is next to him. So now all of a sudden, the aliens start attacking them at this facility, and they start shooting at the aliens, and it's not working. Bullets don't affect them at all, except the stomach is the only weak spot for some reason. But again, this movie goes against its own rules when after the attack at the facility, Chris Pratt and other soldiers shoot them and kill them. Anywhere. They shoot them in the head, the arms, the back, and kills the aliens, but they just made a rule at that facility by showing bullets don't affect these aliens except the stomach. But like I said, later on, Chris Pratt, his character, and the other characters shoot the aliens like nothing, and it kills the aliens. They literally forgot their own rules that they made. Do you see why this movie sucks? So when they're back at the military base in the future, so you're not confused because I was, probably because I have a small brain, but whatever. But Chris Pratt meets his future adult daughter, and she's a future soldier. But anyway, they try making it so dramatic and stuff, and oh, what a twist! It's his future daughter. But I didn't give a living shit. I was like, can we just move on? Because these characters suck. But anyway, they discover that they need to find the female alien, and it's kind of like their bee queen, and that her blood, I guess, has the toxin to kill the rest of the aliens. I know, makes no sense. The aliens' own blood kills them? Whatever. So they find the queen, and she's at this hole. And now the future soldiers, not the civilians anymore. I know, the film fucking forgot about the civilian soldiers because why not? What is continuity? Storytelling, Like, what is that? Am I right? So they enter the hole. That's what she said. Oh, I can't believe I made that joke. I know, I'm cringe. And the female alien is there. And, of course, the female alien starts attacking and killing most of the future soldiers, except Chris Pratt won't let that happen because he's a real badass. And here comes Chris Pratt saving the day because Chris Pratt is the only savior against these aliens. He even fucking fights the female alien. He fights the female alien, because he's Chris Pratt, the real badass he is. So later on, the daughter creates the toxin that can kill all the aliens. But I guess they forgot how the queen works, that the animal or insect that follows wherever the queen goes. So of course the aliens follow them, and I guess no one understood that? I swear every fucking character on this film is a fucking idiot. So the aliens attacked their headquarters, and the daughter literally said to Chris Pratt, he's the only person that can kill the aliens. Are you joking? Is someone playing a prank on me? This shit can't be for real. Only Chris Pratt can save humanity because he's a badass. But then the daughter gets stabbed by the queen alien and falls in slow motion, and they try making it so dramatic and serious and just heartbreaking, but all I was doing was laughing so much because, come on, that's hilarious. Slow motion is the most ridiculous thing you can use on a film, and it is always hilarious. Not cool, not dramatic, it's always going to be hilarious, to me at least. So Chris Pratt gets sent back to the present day where he was from. Then he discovers, oh shit, it's climate change that awoken these aliens. What? And first I'll say it, I'm all for fighting climate change, of course. And this movie tried having an important message of climate change. But then Chris Pratt and J.K. Simmons and that annoying jokester character fly on an airplane that adds to climate change from the plane's fuel. Then they drive snowmobiles on the Russian snow to find this alien ship. But again, that adds to climate change too. I know I'm taking this way too serious. And yeah, this movie had no option, because that's today's transport. But I mean, could have just let them ride on a wooden boat. There you go. That doesn't affect climate change. So they find the alien ship and enter it, and all I was thinking was, these aliens, who act like wild beasts, created this alien ship and drove it? What? That makes no sense, again. But they redeem themselves with this point, because they do show a classic-looking alien, and these wild beasts of aliens attacked the other aliens that were on this ship that looked like classic aliens. So, fine. That point makes sense. But Chris Pratt and the rest of his crew start to insert the toxin into this nasty-looking stack where the wild aliens are. And it works. It does kill the aliens. But for some odd reason, again, so much odd reasons with this film, they don't give the rest of the aliens who are in that sack that is behind them the toxin. So of course, the surviving aliens get out of the sack and starts attacking them. And now again, bullets don't work on aliens this time. Again, going back to that rule, but they broke it numerous times. And they decide to blow up the alien ship. And that's what I was thinking before they even entered the alien ship, was just set up explosives and blow it up. But of course, they do it when chaos happens. That was Tomorrow War. Such a stupid movie that has some real horrible scenes. But those Chris Pratt jokes was the only way I could finish watching the full movie. Guys, it's real bad. But what's not bad is subscribing to my channel, liking this video, because hey, it's a pretty good video. I guess, I think it's pretty good. And share to others. Follow me on my Twitter, because I'm always on Twitter. It's at Jaden the Fool. It's on text too, so if you can read it and follow me. Follow me on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. And subscribe, because why not? Be nice. And Happy New Year. Can't wait for what 2022 brings us. I bet it'll be more chaos. So good luck out there. And Happy New Year. See you guys later. Peace.